A young Venezuelan boy is captured eating garbage on local news near the Colombian border. Experts say 95% of Venezuela's population is caught in the grip of this kind of crushing poverty. So it's no wonder almost 20% of the country's population have fled. And here on Venezuela's border with Colombia, thousands more are leaving every day.
Well, right now in CUCUTA, things are pretty tough because everything is expensive. It's almost as bad here now as Venezuela. So people are fleeing to other countries because it's getting to be too hard here.
Anybody who had the resources to leave Venezuela did so a long time ago, unless they are somehow connected to the criminal narco state that Venezuela has become. But this bridge between Colombia and Venezuela at CUCUTA, Colombia, is the place where the poorest of the poor leave Venezuela on foot. They come out of here carrying everything they can on their back or pulling a suitcase behind them. And where they go from here depends a lot on the policies of the governments of the places they want to go to. For example,
we are hearing there's a possibility that the U.S. is going to give out permits to work, go to school and such. This is what we're hearing, that President Biden is going to give us permission to enter as they did here in Colombia.
Really, right now the rate has increased at which my fellow Venezuelans are leaving the country. The number staying in Colombia has gone down. They'd rather try for other destinations.
But the road to the U.S. is long, expensive, and fraught with danger. It includes a 6-day walk through the forbidding Darien Gap, where perhaps 1 in 10 die in the jungle. That's led many Venezuelans to take a slightly shorter and safer option, traveling south to Chile. It has the highest standard of living in Latin America, where Venezuelans can easily earn more in a day than they can in a month back home. This influx of humanity, however, has local residents up in arms. Chileans recently protested, calling for stricter immigration controls in the city of Iquique.
People are unhappy. There are many migrants, a lack of control of the borders. But worst of all is the crime that has arrived with the migrants and illegal migration.
These protests are becoming more frequent and leave migrants feeling decidedly unwelcome.
The town of Desaguadero kind of spans this river between Bolivia and Peru, and I'm crossing the river right now, illegally I might add, just like thousands and thousands of people are this morning. Many of them are coming from places like Venezuela on their way to Chile, but there are also migrants that are coming from Bolivia heading north.
Now, even as migrants still trek to Chile, many who have been there for years are heading elsewhere.
Right now, people are much more interested in going to the United States than they are to Chile.
This has added to a 14-fold increase in the number of Venezuelans arriving at the U.S. southern border in the past year. And the overwhelmed U.S. State Department is quietly pressuring the Mexican government to help staunch the flow. To that end, Mexican authorities announced a new visa requirement for Venezuelan nationals entering their country after January 21st. The move has many Venezuelans frustrated.
Sure, people at this moment are more afraid to enter Mexico than before, because they might lose what they've invested in getting there. But they know they'd be better off if they can make it to the U.S. Some will keep risking it, but many others don't want to go because they won't just lose their own money, but also the money they've borrowed for the journey. So this has had a large influence on those who no longer want to immigrate to the U.S. But that won't change the fact that the center of attraction for us is still the United States.
So until things improve in Venezuela, these migrants will keep leaving and having to weigh the risks of heading north or south in search of a better future. From CUCUTA, Colombia, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.